Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? First carry for James Conner. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Conner going to get it again on second down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The Cardinals sit 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
To throw is Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Murray a give. This is Conner. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Conner running right. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. Screen pass to Conner. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun to about the 40-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Mond now off of play action. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now a handoff. And coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Murray. And he whips that one incomplete there. Rondale Moore, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
From the gun, Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Murray. It's Williams on the catch. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Murray to air it out again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray locates Ertz going across the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Here's Connor on the read option. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down and 4, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mond looks to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They run on first down with Jackson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. They go play action here. Mond. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mond going to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Mond. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He completes it. They've got a first down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Would have been a long kick. It was prime fake field goal territory. They faked it. They got it.
So much for defense in this situation because the natural play there is you go into what we call safe, meaning you don't really rush on that one. You almost concede. If they want to kick a long one like that and make it, so be it. You just don't give up the fake. Yet, they did anyway.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. Ertz over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Murray off play action. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Now it's Murray. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
To try again after the sack. Mond. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. On play action, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. They've got his man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. On 1st and 10 is Conner. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. A give running right is Conner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down, another carry for Jackson.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 71 yards.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, road's closed.
On 1st down, here's Mon. Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On the give, here comes Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense trying to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Mond out of the shotgun. The quick slant caught.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jets take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Connor up the middle. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
To Connor on the check down. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. They'll start here with Jackson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Okay. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Jackson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mond. Right side caught by Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now a give, it's Jackson.
Tackle there by Jerry Tillery.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mond. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Mond. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, 27 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start the drive with a give to Connor.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now Murray's got to have this one. got Connor. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the draw, Connor. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Cards are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for two. Murray to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for two and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the one and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run again with Jackson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Let's go.
They'll run with Jackson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The Jets with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking.
go.